10 years before he passed away, he's talking to you that way.
He's talking about death. He's talking about what that's going to mean. He's talking about how I have to carry the family torch. He's talking about my responsibilities and duties.
Welcome back to Hip Hop Astrology, everybody. I'm your host, Noble and Pooh. Hey, man, listen. Subscribe, hit the notification button, share with a friend, because this one's going to be easy and so accurate. It's going to be crazy. All right. So I'm over here at Hip Hop Astrology TV. You may see me on my other channel. If you don't know the other channel, that is Spiritual Politics. OK, right here on YouTube. If you're on Spiritual Politics, check out Hip Hop Astrology TV if you've never seen it before. But I'm going to put this video on both of those channels. All right. So today's conversation is why Andrew Tate loves his father. So everybody know Tate just got released. All right. So salute to Tate, salute to his brother and whatnot. And I had to show you how the spirit works for me. Right. So it's like, man, what is it about Andrew Tate that sticks out? And I promise you, the first thing I thought about was like, man, the dude, the love for his pops. Right. Love for his dad, giving him that structure and whatnot. And then I said, OK, well, you should be able to see that. So then I went to go look in the sky because in my science, planets represent personality types. And there are two personality types that actually deal with father. And I should be able to see a strong emphasis on this. And lo and behold, when I go look, I couldn't ask for a better alignment. So what I'm about to show you is going to blow your mind. OK, again, the premise is on this channel. My job is to show you how the definitions of planetary energies, how they will match the things that people say, the things that people do in the events that surrounding the individual. So I could take and look at this planet and find the definition of the event that's taking place and then show you how when that planet gets in this position in the sky or was in this position in the sky when they were born, this person has this experience and has this, this experience and whatnot. It is so awesome. By far, this is pretty cool. All right. So y'all ready? I need you to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. If not, you will by the end of this video because it's real simple. OK, so let's listen to a quick video of Tate talking about learning responsibility from his father.
10 years before he passed away, he's talking to you that way.
He's talking about death. He's talking about what that's going to mean. He's talking about how I have to carry the family torch. He's talking about my responsibilities and duties.
OK, so when you talk about responsibility, here's the key. Automatically, that takes you to the planet Saturn. Notice in the underlying description at the body of the paragraph, I have the word authoritarian because Saturn represents authority. OK, excuse me. Now, he also represents, excuse me, habits, hard work, responsibility. OK, habits, hard work, responsibility. That is a father thing. Far left, third from the bottom, old age. So this is a fatherly type of energy. The one that makes you, give you the discipline, the hard work, and be responsible. Not that moms are not that, but traditionally speaking, this is a father force. OK, now another energy will be the sun. The sun represents father. The sun represents authority. The sun also represents individual or identity, as you will see on the right, because when you say, hey, this is my sun sign, I'm a Sagittarius, that's because the sun appears to be in front of Sagittarius at the time of your birth. So the sun sign represents your identity, but it also represents fatherly type energy as well. Now, you see that it represents authority, but you saw Saturn represent authority too. And here's the ancient mythos. I'm really about to give you some game, but I ain't gonna give it all to you in this because it ain't today's subject matter. If the sun is authority and Saturn is authority, how is it that you have two authoritative principles in the cosmos? What the ancient scholars did was they created many religions based off these principles. If you understand the sun rules Leo when it's hot. OK, the sun represents warmth. OK, now that's the hot season. But in the beginning of winter, which is Capricorn season, interesting, Andrew Tate's father was a Capricorn. Winter is cold. In winter, Capricorn is ruled by what? The planet Saturn. So the mythos is the son of God and Saturn, aka Satan, is talking about two opposing forces. If you understand the sun is about light and jovialness and just kind of like an expansive light. It's just giving, where Saturn's energy is cold, restrictive, confining. The sun energy is warm and gives out. Saturn is like, no, I hold back and hold in, and I'm cold. So it's talking about two opposing forces in nature. You got to understand this, okay? All right. So anyway, just give you a little alley-oop for another conversation. So now you see the sun represent authority. The sun represents father. Saturn represents father and authority. Now look at when Andrew Tate was born, 12/1/1986. Come on, zoom on in. Where we at? You see the sun, which is father, and who I am as a person, because the sun represents identity. And you see it in perfect alignment with Saturn, the authoritative principle. Wow. So what does that mean? Well, the native, meaning the person who's born, Andrew Tate, his father, Saturn, was very close to the sun, father again, when he was born. So he has a double father energy that's there. So we can say, hey, what's going on with you and your father? Oh, man, my father was hardcore, kick ass, didn't take no shit. I love him. I respect him. He was top G. Right. So sometimes that energy is such a disciplinary, figure. People kind of revolt against that and say he was oppressive and he was a tyrant and I couldn't stand it and I ran away from home. But it really was trying to get you to be the best that you can be. OK, so you'll see that. So now watch this. Here's the beauty. Here's the icing on the cake right here. Let's go look and see when Mr. Tate was born. Let's go 27, almost 28, three weeks off from being 28 years. So let's just call it 28 years. Let's go 28 years prior on 12/27/58. Where's Sun and Saturn at? Directly next to each other. See, here's the beauty. See, this showed me that I got to get back right in my other piece that I was working on called Cosmic DNA. Because here's the truth. You don't really need a blood test. This is the test right here. So the test is this. Well, here's the point. Cosmic patterns are repeated from generation to generation. That's what we don't know yet. And that's the beauty of this thing. So what I'm saying is you can look at your birth chart. If you know how to pull it up, you can look at your kids, your mothers and whatnot. Like, for example, right? 4 conceptions on my side with children, right? First one, born at 1 something in the afternoon. Second one, born at early 1 something in the afternoon. Third one, which is the one that looked like his mom, took his mom. So he born closer to midnight, looked like her too. And then the fourth one, born at 1 something in the afternoon, because I'm born at 1 something in the afternoon. You understand? So what happens is we call this a 9th house sun. Long story short, a house is nothing but an area of space. At 1 something in the afternoon, the sun is in the southern sky. This is known as the 9th house. OK, at this portion. So anyway, these patterns start to repeat themselves. Real story. You would be amazed. OK, so anyway, so you see with Tate's father, Mr. Tate, is born with Saturn sun alignment. So it takes Saturn on average 28 to 30 years to go full circle. And then what happened on his 28th year? He gives birth to his son. And so now Saturn is right back in the same place where it was when he was born, coming in the same vicinity of space. This is known as the Saturn return. And not only that, of course, now Tate has this because he's carrying the marker of his father. He's carrying the celestial cross of his father. He wears his daddy on his back. He would bump his back. He wears his daddy on his heart and his crown. Right. But that's the physical component. I just showed you the cosmic spiritual component because their energy is one of the same. And that's why Tate says, I got to carry this name. OK, so I conclude with that. Listen, if you want to get in on my new Patreon, join it. It's Patreon.com/Noble and Pooh. I only got one seat left for people who want to get personal reports from me every month. I'll give you a forecast what the next month is going to be and what you should be focusing on. So I got one seat left for that. But then I got a whole open format for exclusive access where I'm doing videos and dropping stuff back there, things for you to study. In fact, when you get back there, it's free downloads back there already where you can download some stuff so you can start to learn this craft for yourself. And guess what? It's only $15 for that. If you want to report, you want to be that last person, it's only $30, man. And that's like, again, I got to say this, like my time is really worth more than that for me to sit still and look at that and give you this. But I do that as a fair exchange. If I'm gonna cover the month for you, I just say, hey man, just give me $1 a day. I got you covered. And that's the best thing I can do as far as giving charity and giving back to you to help you with this science. We charge hundreds of dollars for this kind of information. Okay. All right. So join that. Listen, subscribe if you didn't already. Hit the notification button and make sure you check out the other channel, Spiritual Politics or Hip Hop Astrology TV, and go to all your podcasts, iPhone podcasts, Amazon podcasts, wherever you get podcasts just to listen. Cosmic Conversations with Noble and Pooh, and Spiritual Politics with Noble and Pooh. All right. I'll see you on the next video, which is going to be awesome. Tate breaks the matrix. That's going to be crazy. All right. Peace.